In this lecture, I will start adding Bootstrap framework files to small business web page. So let us do it. So this is the main site of Bootstrap framework. We can download the Bootstrap files from here. There are three versions: Bootstrap compiled, source, less, and Bootstrap ported from less to source. We don't need these two. We just need this one. Let us download it through this button. Okay, this is a zip form of Bootstrap framework. Let me extract it. And at this stage, we only need two files. The one is bootstrap.min.css, and the second is bootstrap.min.js. Let us copy these files to simple business web page folder. I will copy it and move it to the CSS folder, simple business web page CSS folder, and then we need a JS file from Bootstrap. JS folder, this one bootstrap.min.js. Let me copy it and move it to the simple business JS folder. So now we have moved Bootstrap framework files. Now let us add it into the project. I will open the brackets editor. Let us remove this jQuery code and start adding Bootstrap. I'll first add the Bootstrap CSS file, link, relation, style sheet, and type would be text and CSS. And href css slash I will add bootstrap.min.css. So okay, this is the CSS. Let us add the JavaScript file, src, source, js, and I will add bootstrap.min.js and then closing tag. So now we have added Bootstrap CSS file and Bootstrap JavaScript file. Remember, Bootstrap requires jQuery library, so it is important to include the jQuery library. Okay, let us make use of Bootstrap grid system. I will replace the existing classes with the Bootstrap classes. Let us say the main container will become container. We have a container class in the Bootstrap. This is the main wrapper, and we have a predefined class for row. This row class belongs to Bootstrap framework, and in the header section we have left column and we have the right column. Let us apply Bootstrap grid classes to these divs. Call column for medium devices, and it will occupy 8 columns. The left side will occupy the 8 columns and the right side will occupy column MD-4. It will occupy 4 columns. We have also predefined classes for buttons, like btn is also a predefined class in Bootstrap. Let us apply some Bootstrap classes for button, like btn primary, like btn large. These are predefined classes for the buttons. Okay, let us add some classes to the image tag. Class img responsive. This is the class in the Bootstrap framework which will make the image responsive, and img.rounded, this will make the image rounded. So now we have applied CSS classes to the header section. Let us see the result in a browser. Okay, looks good. Let me show it in a Chrome developer tool. This is the main container. You see bootstrap.min.css. Its width is 1170 pixel, and inside the main container there is a row, and inside the row is divided into 8 columns for the image, and you can see the bootstrap classes for image responsive and image rounded. Like image rounded has border radius of 6 pixels, and image responsive have display of block and maximum width of 100%, and height would be auto. Let us move toward the other section and apply the grid system to other system. Okay, clearfix is also a class in a bootstrap framework. Let us apply main container of bootstrap system and the single row of bootstrap system to the separator, and similarly to the feature section. Okay, in the feature section we have 3 columns. We can divide this row of bootstrap into 3 equal columns. Let us do it. So we need to divide the row into 3 equal columns. There are total 12 columns, so we can divide it with like column MD4, column MD4, column MD4. So all these 3 4s, 4 plus 4 8 plus 4 12, we will become 12 columns. Let us apply bootstrap classes to this button too. I will apply the first one class to btn and then btn to default. Let me copy it for the other 3 buttons. Moving toward the footer section, this main container will become container, and this single row will become row, and let us say this will take column MD, and it will take all of the 12 columns. And let us apply some ID to this because we need some padding. Footer P, let us say footer P paragraph. Let us save it and see the result in a browser. Okay, now you see everything is almost good. It looks like these buttons are not looking fine. Let me check it in a Google Chrome developer tool. Okay, it is overwriting the style sheet from style.css. Let us remove these. I think we need to remove all of this CSS rule set because now the Bootstrap framework is taking responsibility of all of the grid system and all of the buttons. So let us do it. We may only need to leave the CSS for the body section. I will delete the rest of the CSS, including the btn. Do you see? It is very easy to work with Bootstrap framework. I will leave the call footer, and now it is using the ID. I will add ID to this. Do you see? It has reduced the number of CSS, and with the help of Bootstrap framework we can apply predefined classes and much more. Let me save it and see the result now in a browser. Now do you see everything looks great. Now we have removed our almost all of the CSS from style.css, and now the Bootstrap framework has took the responsibility of all of the CSS for the grid system and for the buttons and for the images. Let me resize it and see the result for the responsive layout. Do you see how beautifully it's adjusting the layout? This is a very great framework, and using this framework we can develop responsive websites. Let me show it to you on a different device screen sizes like this, and on this it will look like this, and on big screen sizes it will look like this. The columns are responsive and it will rearrange automatically as per the screen size. So now at this stage you are familiar with HTML, with CSS, and with JavaScript and jQuery, and now you have got idea about Bootstrap framework, and we have added the Bootstrap framework to this simple business web page. In the next section we will start building our real responsive website, and we will take advantage of this simple business web page project folder structure. So see you there. Thanks.